l'aéroport international Rafik Hariri de Beyrouth. Attention s'il vous plaît.
ملبكة موترة قلبي عم بيدق حسي حالي دايخة.
Nous sommes heureux et honorés.
I've been waiting so long and it's so still unreal.
تشبهني عيونها كثير نظرتها أنا النظرة اللي عيونها قتلتني.
I want to see them. Where's my sister?
أتمنى لو أمي كانت معي بهاللحظة.
Nothing is impossible.
يعني ما في شيء مستحيل على الله أكيد.
What is your name?
Hester Janneke Bomister.
شو اسمك?
مرفات ديب فواز.
What is your date of birth?
16 November 1977.
أي نهار خلقتي مرفت؟
16/11/77.
Who named you Hester when you were born?
Henny and Jan Bomister, my adoptive parents.
مين سماكي مرفت بس خلقتي؟
أمي فاطمة كان اسمها.
Where did you live during your childhood?
In the Netherlands, I'm raised on a farm.
وين عشتي طفولتك؟
بلبنان بالشيح.
When did you know that you are an adopted child?
I think when I was 4 already, because the moment I could realize it, my adoptive parents, they told me I was born from Lebanon, adopted. So I was always very proud. When I was a little child, I said, I'm adopted from Lebanon. I had no idea which emotions or feelings were combined with it.
You were proud?
Yeah, it's like, because my parents told me it was something, something really special. And they totally it was like romanticized.
Okay.
And so my adoptive sister and me, we didn't really know what it meant to be adopted. But we just thought when people asked, they're always like, oh, that's interesting. So then we're like, yeah, we're adopted from Lebanon. So and we were in the plane. And so it sounded really special. But of course, the underlying layer is very painful.
When did you get to understand the real meaning of being an adopted child?
Well, I think when I was doing this education, you had to write down how you were the person you became, and that raised a lot of questions because I didn't have a lot of answers.
At which age?
17.
Oh, 17.
But also at 15, I was like a thinker. I always felt something was wrong. Maybe something was wrong with me, or I was missing something I didn't know. So I investigate a lot of myself. I wanted truth. I always wanted truth, even if it hurts.
Yes.
I'm a truth seeker.
What did you know about Lebanon back then, during your childhood and...
Yeah, my mother she told the story very proud because she was very proud she got us and she thought everything was good. And she loved Lebanon. My father was a bit, because it was war, he was a bit careful with it. But my mother, then my adopted mother, she's smiling. And now before I went, she was laying on the ground on her knees with a map of Beirut, and she said oh, I wish I could go with you. I said, yeah, I'm sorry, I really have to do this alone. We went in 2000.
You came with her, with your mother?
First with the family, and we were with a tour. We went to Saida, to Baalbek, to Tyrus, to the mountains, to the cedar trees, of course.
Nice.
Yeah, Byblos. It was my first time to realize that I was there, and I felt really at home. But everywhere where I was, I needed a moment for myself. I was thinking a lot, I was feeling a lot, I was crying a lot. When I was in the plane, it went up out of Beirut, and it feels like my stomach just ripped apart.
Wow.
Yeah, and I talked about with somebody. He told me it's this bond was ripped out again, and it's.
Isn't it weird? You were raised in the Netherlands.
I know, but I felt so at home. I didn't, and for half a year, I felt like dissociated with the Netherlands. I was standing for my house for half an hour, like, what am I doing here? I didn't want to go in.
Wow.
I had this song from Dido, Sand in My Shoes. I still got sand in my shoes.
Yeah.
The lyrics, it's exactly what I felt, and I still had the sand in my shoes.
Wow. Hester, what was the hardest time of your life? If you can recall the hardest time of your life, where you started questioning more and more about your roots, your origins, you know, your identity, who I am.
Yeah, it's a life thing, actually.
Your
It's
whole
like-
life?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry. I don't want my tears on the camera. Ibrahim, the man who did adoption from children of the Cedars, he told the people the same story. My adoptive mother tried to ask about me because I would have questions later. And then he said, it's better not to ask. It's better not to know. Well, I know now why it's better not to know.
What was his name? What was his
Ibrahim
name?
Shemael. It was from children of the Cedars.
He has an association,
Yes, he had.
and he was well known
As a reverend.
Yes, a reverend.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Was he a reverend?
Supposedly. They told me my mother was a Christian woman and she was single, and because she was not married, there was like this revenge thing just for in the family, because it was a shame when the mother was pregnant.
Yes.
And she would have been killed, so that's why she went to the big city to give her birth.
Wow, a whole
And-
story they
And it was
invented.
and she went for college, and that's what she said. And then she gave birth to the baby, and then she went back to the house. That's the story.
And you believed the story?
Well, like, I wrote a song about it. I met a guy on the internet, the only Muslim from Lebanon, called Mohammed.
Yes.
And he told me, I can say no, he told me everything is bullshit and a lie, but no, that's the song. He told me like about a brown passport, about Shemael in the government, and that it's all fake.
Wow.
And I spoke now with a lot of other adoptees, and they don't have the answers maybe, but they went to my roots, and one of them went to the government. He told me like, these are fake papers.
Oh, wow.
We all have the same papers. I also have like this paper where they say from I hereby declare, the doctor declares, which was not my doctor, declares that the mother has released the baby on her own free will. Well, in this
Which
case,
is a lie.
Yeah, because they took me away. They said something was wrong with my heart.
You were talking about the other adoptees from
Yes.
Lebanese
Yeah, they're like
children.
I don't know, 300.
You know each other.
Yeah, we have this group, Children of the Cedars. It's the name of the organization which adopted us.
Everyone wants to know about
Of course.
their identity,
Yes.
their parents.
Yes, yes.
300.
I think around in the Netherlands, only in the Netherlands, but also to Sweden, to I don't know, Brazil maybe, Switzerland, France, Belgium.
Geef ze een hartelijk applaus. Close to my heart.
This is you?
Yeah. Everything is fake, a bullshit and a lie. My eyes wide open, confusion stands by. Now is the time to go with the song. I wanna know why. I wanna know why. When the pain came in, I hid it long enough, and I cannot know why.
Wow. You have a nice voice, by the way. But Hester, how did you used to feel when you couldn't find any piece of information about your parents?
The next year we went back, and then my father said like, don't go searching. And well, my adoptive mother is also very emotional, and then she wanted to go to the Perfect building. It was the hotel where they got me, so she walked there. I don't know. She still remembers like Hamra, and I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And Then she started crying.
So you were coming to Lebanon just to search for your family?
Yes, so we went to all the hospitals, but there was no Yamil Malik. Nobody heard of the name. Then
maybe it was a fake name, right?
I think so. Then
So
we
here?
went to back to Netherlands. Yeah, so I was really sad, of course. Yes, and then I accepted. I thought like, okay, I have to accept that the beginning of my life is very hurtful, and it will always, this pain, I will have to carry it with me. So then I get more eased with it because I had to accept it. But I always wanted to. I don't have any blood. Did not have any blood connections, and I'm not married, no children, so I have no relative blood, and that I felt really lonely.
ميرفت، انت خلقت بال77
صح.
وعشت ببيروت
بالشيح.
ام وبي.
ام وبي وعائله عائلة طبيعيه يعني. واخوه يعني عشت بمحيطي بيئتي. انا كثير انبسطت بطفولتي. بحس حالي انه عشت حياه كثير مغنجه.
كنت تعرفي من انت وصغيره انك خلقتي توأم؟
ايه، من انا وعمري شي 9 سنين اسمع انه خلقاني توأم وماتت.
اختك توفت؟
اختي انه اللي توفت توأم. كيف توفت؟ كنت ضل هيك حب اسمع الخبريه، اسال امي. بتقلي انه اول ما خلقته ضعاف، كنتوا 2 كيلو، وقالت للدكتور انه انا خلقت اول شيء، وقالت لهم الدكتوره انه الثانيه خلقانه ضعيفه وعندها مشاكل، فبدي احطها بكوفاز. وهي كانت كلينيك بحاره حريق العياده يعني. وصغير العياده، فتقول انه انا ما عندي كوفاز بالمستشفى بالعياده، فبدي انه اخذها ظهرها. فاخذتها على مستشفى حسب ما الخبريات يعني، على مستشفى بعين رمانه معربس، وظهروا اهلي عبيتهم على الشياح. فبيروح بيي تاني يوم بعد الظهر، قبل ما يروح بيي بيبعت اختي الكبيره تقول لها انه انتم ما جيتوا الصبح بكير وهي توفت بالليل واضطرينا ندفنها. بيروح بيي على المستشفى بيعلق فيها، بيعملوا مشكل انه انت كيف بتاخديها وما إلك بالحق، وهي الخبريات.
تعرفوا اسمها للمرأة؟
لا، قبل لانه هي اسمها اوديت عون.
وانتوا صدقتوا هاي الخبريه؟
اهلي صدقوا الخبريه انه ماتت. هلا كيف ماتت وين دفنتيها؟ قالت لهم وين؟ بيقولوا انه راح بيي على المقبره، وكان في حدا هونيك قال له انه ما بيسوى تفتح القبر بعدها، وهي كانت مريضه، وقبل ما كانوا كثير يدققوا.
بال77 وايام حرب،
ايام حرب ما كانوا يدققوا، وخلص انه شو بدها الدكتوره يعني، انه خصوصا مخبريتهم انه هي ضعيفه وخلقانين 2 كيلو، فانه احتمال كتير كبير انه ايه معها حق وماتت. وخلص اجى على البيت قال لها لامي ماتت. امي كانت مخلفه يعني، بعد اكيد مش رح تروح ثاني يوم على المستشفى.
هي هالمرة القابلة القانونية؟
ايه.
بتعرفوا وين هي؟ بتعرفوا شو مصيرها؟
هي ماتت، بيقولوا انه ماتت، بس هي سافرت على فرنسا، انه كان جوزها فرنسي بالجيش الفرنسي، وسافرت وصار يطلع عنها خبريات بعدين انه هي بتبيع اولاد. كان في وحده خرسه
وين
بالمقبره، وصارت تأشر لهم انه هون ما دفنوا حدا. هلا انا حبيت صدق هاي الخبريه، حسيت فيها، صار عندي امل بالموضوع، لحتى عشت كل عمري حسي هذا الاحساس انه توأمي عايشه.
انت كل حياتي
حس توأمي عايشه.
The day you decided to submit your DNA online.
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. I think God told me to, because I thought like.
You remember the day?
Of course. I don't know the dates. Normally I know all dates, but I remember the feeling like if. It felt like God put it in my heart, like if you want it, you have to do it now. Actually, I was watching television.
Yes.
And then I felt like I have to stop it. I have to pray for it. And because I'm Christian, and it says in the Bible, like in faith, anything is possible. And I talked to God, I asked God, and the next day I had Dima with 17%.
Your cousin?
Yeah, the next day.
ب6 كانون الأول 2022 بتحكيني بنت خالتي بأمريكا، بتقلي صار معي شيء غريب، انه انا عملت الدي ان اي، هي دارسه بيولوجي وحبت للحشريه هيك تعمل دي ان اي لتشوف الامراض الوراثيه عندها بالعائله، عند عائله امي يعني. فبتحطه ب 23 اند مي
ويب سايت.
ايه ويب سايت، وهي شركه الدي ان اي. بتطلع النتيجه بيبعثوا لها مسج انه في وحده لبنانيه اهلها متبنيينها عم بتدور على اهلها، طالعه هي الفيرست كازن لإلك 17.25 17.25% نسبه الدي ان اي معك. عشية بتبعت لي الصور، والصورة نحن هي وصغيرة، فاللي هي وصغيرة كتير كأنه أنا، كتير كتير كتير. انصدمت إنه كتير بتشبهني أنا وصغيرة. قالت لي بدها تحكيكي، شو رأيك؟ قلت لها أنا أوكي. تاني يوم قررت بيني وبين حالي إنه أنا أعمل الدي ان اي وابعت لها إياه ونقارن عشان ريحها. أنا بلا ما أعرف إنه هي أختي، بلا ما أحس إنه هي أختي.
She told me, like, your biological father and mother are unfortunately not alive. And I bet you have a twin sister. I was like, what? Yeah.
You were shocked.
Yeah, I was shocked. I could not believe it, of course, but also my everything in me, like, I felt like, okay, but this is what I've been feeling my whole life. I was too excited. I cannot explain what I felt.
Recall this moment.
Okay.
Okay. Now you want to call Mervat. What happened?
First time, we're just looking at each other like,
أول ما شفتها سكوا جرية. أول ما شفت عيونها، نظرة عيونها، أنا بنتي طلعت فيها قالت لي ماما الله أكبر أنت عيونك.
couldn't believe it. And then the whole family was looking with her, all looking at me. I was like, and I was amazed. I could not believe it. And she was also like totally shocked. We're just looking at each other and we didn't look at each other and then we looked at each other again and couldn't believe it.
خلص أنا قلت هي
هي
توأمة. هي توأمة. قبل ما توصل انهرت، صرت كتير ابكي، مش عارفه مبسوطه زعلانه مقهوره، بدي امي اللي كنت انا وياها ببطن امي 9 اشهر انه بعد 45 سنه حنلتقى. احساس عن جد ما بالوصف.
I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Yes, of course we did. Of course we do. I realized all my life I was living with half a heart because of my pain and my search and then she was crying and then I only want to hold her and tell her everything was okay. And I really felt we were one at that moment. And I just wanted to hold her and it felt so natural. And
45 years.
45 years.
Oh
it's
my God.
long. It's a really long time.
حسيت انه كل الظلم اللي هي انظلمته هستر سرقت وانباعت وعاشت ببيئة يمكن ما بتنتمي لها. حسيت حالها اكيد بهالنقص كله بكف، وانه هي ما عاشت، عرفت امي بالذات ظلم لحاله.
Hey, Joanna! Thank you! We are together. Welcome to our family. It's so cute. Basically the same. No, I'm fine. Okay, I know.
قد ايه صار لك جايه لهون؟
انا الي وشفاتي على السنتر تقريبا وقت ما توفت امي 22 سنه.
هي اول مره بترجعي ايه؟
ايه.
ووالدتك توفت هون بحادثه كانت صعبه.
ايه.
كيف توفت؟
ضروري احكي؟ توفت كهربت على السطح.
Here you were supposed to grow up. How do you feel?
This? Where was the apartment or where? Yeah, it's crazy.
Your apartment used to be here. And this used to be the shop of your father.
وهذا محل بيي.
So you were supposed to have these memories.
Memories, yes.
so this was the shop of our parents.
Yes.
And then we lived there on the 4th floor. And I just heard that my mother fell
You
down
must live here.
because, from the 11th floor.
Let me take a picture for both of you.
Yes. Yes, I do. Hey, Mama. We're back together. We're fine.
يا أمي طلعت عايشة.
How do you say thank you for my life?
شكراً.
Yeah.
لأنك
شكراً لأنك
عطيتيني
أعطيتيني
حياة.
حياة. What did I say? We are fine. We're together. We are fine.
No.
It's the closest I ever get to my mother.
انت عم تتابع قصتهم ما هيك متر خليل؟
ايه خليل.
وكل الموضوع من اساسه بالقانون اللبناني يعتبر جريمه
من اشد الجرائم واخطرها يعني.
حتى لو صار بوقت الحرب؟
حتى لو صار بوقت الحرب.
هيدا الملف كبير، ملف بيع الاطفال اللبنانيين خلال الحرب؟
على الارجح انه ملف كبير يعني، لانه الصدفه خلتهم يتعرفوا على بعض، والصدفه كشفت جريمه الخطف. ابتداء من هاي اللحظه رح نقدم اخبار للنيابه العامه التمييزيه بهذا الموضوع. يبدو انه في عصابه منظمه لبيع الاطفال بفتره الحرب اللبنانيه. وفاه الجاني بهي الحاله اكيد يعفى من العقاب، وبالتالي لا يمكن ان نحاكم شخص ميت، ولكن وجود هيدا الطفل على اسم اشخاص مش اهله هو يعتبر بالقانون جريمة حيازة مستند مزور.
هي الأوراق اللي معها لهستر مش مزبوطين؟
يعني وثيقة الولادة اللي تنظمت حتى الطفل اللقيط يجب تنظيم وثيقة ولادة لأنه.
Can we see your documents?
Yes, I was thinking.
Yes.
يعني وثيقة الولادة
Because we're talking
تعتبر.
about the documents right now. If it's legal or not.
I was thinking about.
مش مزبوطة وثيقة الولادة اللي طلعت
أكيد لأنه وثيقة الولادة الأب مجهول. ونحن
هذا الشيء مش صحيح.
نحن مش صحيح، الأب والأم مش مجهولين معلومين، وعملية تنظيم الوثيقة سواء نظمها الطبيب أو نظمها المختار هي وثيقة مزورة.
هيدي هي وثيقة الولادة مزورة.
صحيح.
يعني هي الطريقة الوحيدة هلا إنه كل أهل فاقدين اولادهم يقدموا الدي ان اي على بنفس الطريقه اللي عملتها
صحيح على بنك حفظ الخلايا وممكن
لحاله اذا في حدا
وممكن لحاله هو يعطي نتيجه انه في حدا بيقربهم.
ميرفت، انت بتحسي انه اثنيناتكم تربيتوا بطريقه مختلفه وببلاد مختلفه، مع انكم اثنيناتكم يعني خلقتوا
صح
من نفس الام
من نفس البطن.
بتحسي هذا الفرق بيناتكم؟
ايه اكيد. صحيح انه نفس البطن، بس طريقه المحيط محل ما هي عاشت غير، البيئه غير، التربايه غير، عاشت بمزرعه.
قادرين
يعني
تتواصلوا مع بعض رغم هيدي الفروقات؟
ايه بالضبط، بس قادرين نتواصل مع بعض لانه في حس الدم يعني صلة الرحم. سبحان الله هي بتجمعك.
Are you planning to move to Lebanon anytime soon?
Who knows? Never say never. And I wanted to say the greatest gift from God in my life is this presence. It's
بالنهاية هي خيارة، بس إذا حبت تكفي هون أكيد نحن موجودين وبنرحب فيها يعني تقبلنا كل الفكرة.
حلو.
ونحبت هونيك اكيد فيها تجي ساعة ما بدها ونحن بنروح يعني لقيناها.
نايس عن جد اخيرا لقيناها.
واخيرا لقيناها.
لقيت
اختي توأمي كملتني.
لا شيء مستحيل.
لا شيء مستحيل، اكيد لا شيء مستحيل. اذا واحد تمنى شيء وفتش عنه اكيد رح يلاقيه، لانه ربنا معه، ما في شيء مستحيل على ربنا.
Nothing is impossible.
For sure. Now I have so much more peace in mind now.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I cannot explain it. In the Netherlands also I feel much more at home with myself now. I have peace now everywhere. So I feel better there and I'm totally happy here because Lebanon always felt like my home. And now I have my sisters and I have a twin sister. It's crazy. I don't think I can get any more happier than this.
ل45 عاماً كانتا تنظران إلى القمر نفسه وتدوسان الأرض نفسها. كانتا تشعران بخفقان القلب نفسه، قلب الأم التي حملتهما. كانت واحدة هنا وأخرى هناك، بينهما قارات وأبحر وشر وظلم وجشع. وفي غفلة وبعد تعاقب الخيبات انفتح ثغر السماء، هذا المدى الذي فرق أختين التحم وتقلص. وكانت إحدى تلك النهايات السعيدة حيث يقول الراوي وهو يعلن انتصار الأبطال الخيرين على الأشرار: اسمعوا، لا أحد يستطيع قتل حقيقة وراءها روح تسعى وقلب يؤمن مهما طال الزمن، لأن لا شيء مستحيل.